Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Node.js TypeScript. Today we are going to learn CRUD REST API using TypeScript, Node.js and the TypeORM with PostgreSQL. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So first of all, we are going to create the directory with the Node.js application. So let me open the node, open with the terminal. Let's make the directory. First of all, choose the version nvm use node 20. Okay, let's try to make a directory, then go to that directory. So here we go with this one, cdts. After this we will go with the initialization with the npm packet.json. Okay, let's open the code. Okay, so here we have opening the code base. Okay, packet.json is added. Now adding the dependencies. So we require to install these dependencies. So copy, paste and install this dependency, that is express, typeorm, pg, reflect metadata and .env. So this is added. Now we have to add their types also. Now we have to paste another one with the types we have to install. After this, we have to go with configuring the TypeScript with creating a tsconfig.json file. So let's create it. So here we go with the file tsconfig. Let's paste this code. Okay. Now we have to create the project structure. So here we have the project structure. First of all, source app.ts file. So let's create the source directory. Source, sorry, delete this. First of all, we have to create, sorry, here we have to select, first we create src folder. Okay, then app.ts, then server.ts file. Okay, let's create this. After this, config, copy, create a new folder with config, and here we go with the database.ts. ts, then .env.ts file. What else? We have to go with controllers. So let's create the controller folder. In controller, we require the controller.ts file. So let's create a new file with this. Okay. Now we have to create the entities for the table creation. So let's create that one. So here new folder with entities. Entities we require user.ts. So in future that is user.ts or profile.ts, anything, any tables that you want to create, that will reside over there, right? So let's user.ts, and then we have the routing. So you, for the user routing we are doing the CRUD operation, so all the routes will go over there. So let's create a new folder with the routes and make a file that is user.ts. Okay, so let's create this. Okay, this is done, the structure is done. Now we have to configure the .env file. Okay, so let's create the .env file. Okay, so in the root directory, so here I'm going to create a new file with the root directory .env, and here I'm going to add our database details. So here we go with our localhost Postgres username. What's the username of Postgres? I think I have opened over here. This is Postgres admin REST API. Postgres admin REST API. Okay, this is my database name. Okay, so this is done. After this, we have to connect into the database. So config database.ts file. So I'm going to just do the connectivity with the help of this. So just copy and paste this in the source config database.ts. So here we have the .env. Okay, so here we have a type Postgres, host, port, username, password, database, entity, that is user. So if you have the full folder, you can do that one also. Okay, logging, make it make sure if you want to log that one, then make it true, else make it false. Okay, what next we have go with the .env. So let's add the and export that one in the .env file. Okay, so the error one is pending, that is entities. So we will add the entity part over there. So this is our entity. Okay, so so here we go with our entities user.ts and there are resolve. Okay, so unable to resolve the class decorator. So I think we have to pass something into our. Okay, let's save this and moving to the next one, control user controller.ts. So let me add this user controller.ts file full fledged. Okay, so let's add it, user controller.ts. Okay, and let's resolve this error with the any, whether it's to be a string, whether it's to be an object. Make sure you have to, if you know that, then you have to define this type. Okay, so I'm going to go with any, and here we go with our error with any. Okay, so and the last one with this. Okay, I think this is done. Now we have the routes, so let's play around with the routes. So here we have the routes. Okay, so all the routing will take place over here. So there is a routes. Okay, so we have a post request, get request, put, and the delete. So create user, these all are the controllers functions, right? Now we go with the app.ts file where we have to the connectivity and initialize our routes over there. Okay, so here we go with app.ts file. Okay, so here we have initialized the database connection also. Okay, and here we have defined the routes and middleware. Okay, so let's, this is done. The last step, that is server.ts, we have to import. So let's go and just add into the server.ts, that is the main file, and here we are listening to the port. So .env, get the port from there. Okay, next one, we have to run in the project, so we have to add these values into the script section of the packet.json. So make sure you have to add it to run the project. Okay, so just add it, right? One issue is pending only, that is our user entities. I think in the config or ts config we need to add something so that the error will resolve. Let me check this one. So here we go with this one. So let me just, so I think we have to go with our ts config file. So let me go over there. So ts config, where it is, and let me add one more line over here, and let's see the that entities is resolved or not. Here you can see that it's resolved now, so there is no more error over here. Okay, let's try to run the project with npm start. Okay, so here we go with our project, and here what the error is, column type user hash name is not defined, cannot be guessed. Make sure you have turned on emit meta decorators to be true. So let's add this for that one, true option in the ts config. So because we have to go with this one, so where is ts config file? So let's just add it. Okay, so decorators we require now. So let's add it and let's make a run over there. So data source is initialized. If I go to the pg admin over here you can see the users table is created with the defined username, email, and the password. Let's go and check with our REST API, right? So here we go with our REST API, and here we go with the users. Just view all data. So I think it's a user or what? Let me check. So if I just go with the entities, I think user with name, email, and the password. So I think the entity is user, and let's open and check this one, all rows. So name, email, and the password in a table is created, right, with the help of the entity. Done. So we have the primary column ID, name, email, and the password. Okay. Then we go with the CRUD operations. Let's have a look. So let's use this one. So first we will go with the post request. Okay, make a post request and try to send this record. Insert record is inserted. Let's have a look with this one. Just execute this query. One record is added, whatever we have added in the Postman, the body AABB, so it is added. Let's make it like CC and make it DD over here, and let's try to send it. It's also added. Let's have a look. Just run this. Record is inserted. When I try to get this record, just I make sure it is a get request, then try to send it, and here you can see that the two records inserted and it is fetched successfully. Let's have a look of that one code. So we go with, first of all, with the user, let's go with the routes. Okay, user routes. So create user with the post request get, we have both done. So create user, so this is create user which require name, email, and the password. Okay, so we require name, email, password, and app data source dot get repository user, and await user repository dot save to save that user and return that user. If something goes wrong, it will go over here with a message error with status code 500. Okay, so and on the top of it we have request and the response from the express, user from the entity, and the app data source from the config data source. So here we have default export that one, right? So we are using that one. Okay, so this is first one. Then get users list with the help of the app data source get repository user and user dot find. So it will return all the users that exist in the database. If something goes wrong with the status code 500 will print with the message error dot message, right? Now the next one, that is get user. If I go over here in the user routes, then we have a get by id, right? So here we require the params id to retrieve the user. So find one by id should be integer, not anything string. Okay, if the user is found, then show the result of that user. If the user is not found, then we will make a message that user not found. If I go over here and let's make a request of the to record, and here you can see that it's found. If it is not found, like 5 record, so it will say that the user not found. Correct. Next we have to go with the update a record with the put request. Okay, so here we require the repository. First of all, we will check the user repository that the with the help of this request.params.id resist or not. Okay, if the params id is there, then we are trying to update. Okay, so user repository dot merge user and the request body. Okay, merge it, then update the repository with dot save. Whatever the user we are sending, just save it. Okay, and return the updated user. Let's have a look. So we have go with the put request, and here we are trying to send. Let's make a record of the two. Okay, so here I'm going to print it out like Rajnikant. Let's try to send it. So Rajnikant is updated. If I just go over here, here you can see that Rajnikant is updated. Whatever the data is there, it's already there. Okay, so this is our update record, right? The last one, that is delete a user. So here first we check that the user record is there. If it is there, then delete it and print the message that return the status, that is 200, and the message user deleted. If user is not there, that means user not found. Okay, so here we go with the delete. Last operations we go with delete. Second record deleted, user deleted. If I go to the pg admin, here you can see that run it, only one record is left. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so user.ts I shown, user out.ts shown, packer.json we have added the start, serve, build. So this is also shown, database.ts. This is all the database configurations that we have to use. If you have a multiple entities, then make sure you have to make the entity folder directly over here. Okay, and synchronize it accordingly, right? And .env, so this is the export default, the host, port, username, password, and the port. Okay, so this is done. App.ts file, here we are defining the routes, initialize the data connection, so that whatever tables we have, entities we have, it automatically create the tables into the database. Okay, this is done. Server.ts is done, and the env is also done, right? So this is how you are able to create the CRUD REST API using the TypeScript, Postgres, TypeORM. Any doubt, any query in that, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on my video. Have a nice day.